fishing hole. Grab your hat, get your pole. Let's go fishing when you're in the mood.
Canadian Sport Fishing is brought to you in part by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Yamaha, conquer outdoors. Dickies, quality workwear since 1922. Blue Cam, a cleaner running engine for a cleaner environment.
Fall is a great time to explore drive-to lodges where there's cottage accommodations and you can trailer your own boat if you want to, or rent a boat and explore a lake where you feel like you're in a wilderness location, but it's still within driving distance. Lake Nipissing in southern Ontario is one of those places where there are endless areas to fish and many different species of fish to target. You can fish shallow water, deep water. You can troll, you can cast artificial lures and fish shorelines. You never know. You can get any species of fish from a small panfish to a trophy muskie.
Fish on, Italo.
What? You're so quiet? Okay, I'm gonna leave mine out there.
Yeah.
Does it feel like small fish?
It feels like a decent size. Yeah. Of course, we have the 3-ounce bottom bouncer on, so it's kind of hard to tell, but...
Reagan, it's so nice to be here.
It's good to have you back up.
This is 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done it all. We've gone for pike, we've gone for walleye, bass in the past.
Yeah.
I think it's almost ready. If you can bring it up a little bit higher, Reagan.
Here we go.
You know what? That's a nice walleye.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
Look
nice,
at nice starter
walleye.
walleye. We were just talking earlier that most of the people that come up, you know, love to go for walleye. I mean, I love to catch everything, bass, pike, but walleye is right up there at the top of the list. That is a nice walleye.
Absolutely. You know, out here at Italo, we've been having 30 to 50, even 60 fish days.
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like just in the last week, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, fairly recently. You know,
That's awesome.
It's all throughout the summer, and yeah, that's a pretty healthy size walleye. But we'll probably see 5 to 6 of those a day if we're really hitting them. I'd say that's I'd say it's over 18 inches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous fish.
Absolutely.
Look, he's going to take off probably in a second because we didn't have him out of the water long. So you want the fish to actually swim away on his own. Look, there he goes. There he goes. He's gone. Now look. You know what, Reagan? Tell him about the rig. That you didn't stumble on it, but that's what you're getting most of the fish.
We've been using a rig. It's called the Slow Death rig.
Yep.
And basically what it is, I'll show you here. We're using a bottom bouncer, and the rule of thumb is about 1 ounce per 10 feet.
Yep.
Now I like to go a little bit heavier, so in a situation like this, we're fishing 20 to 25 feet. I like 3 ounces. Gets the line deep, gets the line vertical.
Yep.
And it's an easier presentation. The heavier you go, sometimes the harder it is to detect the bite. So that's a bit more difficult, but I prefer to go heavier. So, and the real trick of the Slow Death rig is in this hook. And I'm going to show you here. I'm going to kind of slide my worm back. Now this hook, it's twisted. It's a twisted
let's actually
hook.
pull the. I know
Slow
you may
Death
have to
hook.
put another worm on it there.
Yeah.
Show him how it's twisted. It almost looks like you took pliers and you bent it.
It's almost like you took pliers and twisted it. And you can actually buy these, pre-twisted. It's called the Slow Death hook or a slow roll hook, and it has a swivel on it. I like the ones that have the extra swivel. You can buy them without the swivel or with the extra swivel, because I just find it gives it more action.
Yep.
And so we're trolling, 1 to 1.5 miles per hour, very slow with a trolling motor. And what that does is it rotates in the water column.
Yeah. So you get this kind of action
barrel
with your
roll
worm.
with the worm, and just very enticing, slow presentation for the walleye.
The west arm of Lake Nipissing is such a vast area with so many islands and weed lines and channels that part that's close to Lake Nipissing, it's like a huge lake in itself. There are endless numbers of islands, weed bed upon weed bed, and many deeper water channel. It's here that you can be casting for muskie and pike in one spot and quickly change to jigging or trolling for walleye and casting topwater lures and grubs for small and largemouth bass.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Cable's Eyewear Retainer. Lightweight, comfortable, adjustable, and waterproof.
Each year, one of my highlights is to drive to Mashkinonje Lodge. It's not just the location. They have beautiful cottages that overlook the west arm of Lake Nipissing. They're very comfortable. They have all the amenities of home. They have beautiful docking for your boat. I can plug in my electric trolling motor battery so they get charged up. You can actually catch fish right off the dock or just fish in 20, 25 feet right in front of their facility and catch walleye over 18 inches. This makes for a great trip. They have spacious docking facility, gas pumps, a fish cleaning station, and beautiful grass lawns that are ideal for families to enjoy. And what I like the most, they are pet friendly.
Here we go.
Even the
All
tourist
right.
gets a fish on. Though, I don't know that it's as big as yours. I got this little spinning rod. Look at this, what a beautiful evening. We got that sun that's starting to get lower. Okay, you know what, Reagan? What did we get him in the net? I love the way that goldy sun is shining off it.
That's a beautiful fish, Italo. Definitely over 18 inches, which is a keeper here.
Very healthy. They've been
Yeah.
feeding well.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of people might think, how is the walleye or any fish going to get hooked if that worm is hanging down? Well, believe it or not, they go and they grab the whole thing because he was hooked really well. Okay, get him back in the water. We haven't had him out too long, so he should be able to get out real quick. So, look, watch this. How's that for energy?
All right, fish on, Italo.
Reagan, I'm so happy that my guide got a fish. Are you going to flip him in the boat like those Bassmaster
Yeah, I think
guys?
it's a little guy, so I think I can just kind of pull him in.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, here we
Don't
go.
touch the boat. You lose points if you touch the boat. Don't break the rod tip.
Here we
You
go.
got him? Good.
Got him. He's
Good
done.
job. I heard that
Beautiful.
release. I'm going to be setting up 3 rods, and I'm going to be putting 3 different baits on. The first one is my bait caster, and I'm putting on a top water. This is an X-Wrap Pop. Now, the reason I'm doing that, actually there's a snap swivel on here that I'm going to take off. Snap swivels are great if you're changing like artificial baits, like crank baits and body baits, but when you go with the top water, see there's no split ring there, and you can see this top water has a concave lip and the eye's way in there, so it's really hard to get a snap on there, even though the snap is good because it allows this top water to go left and right. And this is one of my favorite. The X-Wrap Pop is one of my favorite top waters. So I'm using a tight, strong knot. And we've got such calm conditions this morning. Next one is going to be my slash bait. With my slash bait, this is the Ripstop, the new one from Rapala. And you can see it's got a split ring on it. So this is 12-pound fluorocarbon. I like it a little bit stiffer because if I really whip this lure out, I don't want the braid to get caught on the hooks in case it flips through the air. And then the last one is going to be bottom subsurface. So I've got my other spinning rod right here, and I'm putting on a Lunker City Grubster. This is the Grubster right here. This is 3 inches long, goby color. You can see the way that tail is hanging down. That's really important because that tells you that it's really going to whip from side to side. It's ribbed and the plastic is really soft. So I'm using a special, that's a Lunker City jig head. It's got like that finishing nail grub barb, which is awesome because it doesn't allow that grub to come off, slide off. You can get as many fish as you can until the grub is totally destroyed and it still sits on there. So the key thing here is that when I put it on, it's straight on the jig. So watch. That's what you want. You don't want a curvature. All right. I think it's a large.
Here we go. I think so too.
Man, you are a good guy. Here, fist punch.
There we go.
Whether we lose it or not. It's, you know, it's a decent fish.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's going to be 3.5 pounds. I just can't get over how light they're taking a topwater. Come
They
on.
just
Are you going to jump? Are you going to jump? Impress me. What do you got? If you throw the hook, I'll give you a clap. There. That's a nice
Not a bad
large.
fish.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, earlier I had a really nice smallmouth on, and I lost it after a couple of jumps. And then I kept fishing, and I couldn't understand why I got off. Then I bring the lure in, and the front hook was off. It took the swivel, not the swivel, the split ring, right off the actual eye of the hook, so I had to replace it. You can see because we've had this warm weather, look at all the vegetation that's on the surface. Hopefully it won't jump off.
No, I think I got him.
Is that classic follow-up with the swim bait or what?
Absolutely. Italo missed one on the top water, and I followed up with a swim bait. It's a light hit, I tell you, but he got it.
Good job.
Ready?
Nice smallmouth.
There we go. There we go. All right.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. That's what he got it on. And you know, Reagan was telling me that the 3-inch swim baits have been producing really well here. What a nice smallmouth, Reagan.
Beautiful, yep.
Good job. Beautiful fish. I'm going to let you release it, since I'm a gentleman.
Thank you, Italo.
Well done. What a way to follow up a teamwork. I raise him on the top water, you get him on the swim bait.
Yeah, the swim bait is a secondary bait. It works well.
It's great that you're getting the most fish, but you know, I'm your guest, kind of. I know you're guiding. You don't do this when you're guiding with people,
thanks
right?
for making me feel better, Italo. I appreciate it.
This is awesome, man.
Yeah.
You're doing great. This is a slab.
Here we go.
Is he close? Oh, he's got tons of energy.
Here he comes, here he comes.
Look
Hold on, one more pass.
Yeah. He's going to stay on.
There we go. All right.
You are getting better and better. Oof. They're getting bigger. Look at, isn't that a nice smallmouth right here at Mashkinonje Lodge, west arm of Lake Nipissing? Look, you are a sportsman.
There you go.
What a nice smallmouth. That is a beautiful fish. In the west arm of Lake Nipissing, smallmouth bass during the summertime will be dispersed everywhere. And they're pretty well incidental catches. You could be trolling, you could be fishing out in the open, and every once in a while you'll catch a smallmouth or fishing close to shore. But when fall time comes around, and by fall I mean the end of September going into October and even later, the smallmouths move in where there's rocky structure. I've got him on this light spinning outfit. He slammed it. I thought he was going to pull the rod out of my hands. I've got a feeling that this breeze that you predicted was going to happen has actually turned them on.
It really turned them on.
They're moving on to the shallow water structure. Okay,
you
go
ready?
for it. Yep. Good one.
All right.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Man, did he hammer it. I cast this lure about 3 feet off that point of that flat rock. I think they're coming around and looking for food because we got about 3 fish there. Yep. What a beautiful smallmouth. Okay, see if you can get it. Dr. Thompson.
See what I can do.
Yep. Perform the surgery.
Perform surgery.
Yeah, be careful with the patient.
There's one.
You're doing good.
Oh,
yeah, got to watch it here because he's hooked well. Nice smallmouth. Come on. Chewing on my finger. I love it. Okay, come on. There he goes. Now look, the reason they call this a rip stop, when you pull this thing through the water, it has a little tail, just a little bit. So you pull it, and it literally puts the brakes on because of this little tail. Yes. Man, how do you know where all these rocks are?
It's hard. You have to map them over time.
Did you find them with your motor?
Yeah,
or with
I found
the
a
map?
few with my trolling motor. I've replaced a few props, believe me.
Like, look at these fish in like 1 to 3 feet of water.
Yep. It's all about broken rock on Nipissing.
They got tons of energy. Man,
Yeah, that guy's fighting.
they like to dance, eh? I
Yep.
love it.
It's like they've never been caught before.
I know.
They might not have.
I know you're right. You said everybody fishes
Yeah,
for walleye.
yeah.
What
You
is
ready?
wrong with these fishermen? Okay, let's get them in there.
we go.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Good
All right.
job. When you told me to bring the swim mates up, I went, yes. And I feel that whole little Ziploc
Yeah,
of all
they're
these
fantastic.
swimming grubsters. I mean, I love it. You cast and retrieve them, kind of like a crankbait.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you let them fall a little bit.
Yeah,
But
I love the depth control of the jig. You just kind of let it fall and bring
Yeah,
it back, let it bounce
yeah.
off the rocks. Works really
And
well.
we're fishing like 1 to 3, 4 feet, but you can't tell because we got this algae bloom. Okay, you know what? For you, I'm gonna put it in the net.
Hey,
you
thank
show
you.
everybody how you properly revive it and release it. Let's see how this is done. Captain Thompson.
I think he's ready to go.
I think you're just playing with it. Oh
Okay,
yeah, he's
you
ready,
ready?
to go. Yeah,
There he
I'm
goes.
ready. Come on,
See when
swim
he's
out.
ready. He'll
Come
go
on,
when
baby.
he's
Okay,
ready
lift
to
his
go.
head up a little bit so we see. Oh, lift him up. Oh, he's gone. Look at that,
Down
just
he goes.
disappearing to the bottom. Maskinonje Lodge offers anglers unending possibilities to fish structure and weed bed and weed lines. But one thing I have to caution you, when you get into the West Arm, the main part of it, there are so many rocky outcrops that I really rely on my Axiom fish finder, and I stick to the channel when we're running long distances. As a matter of fact, a lot of times I'll let Reagan Thompson, who's a co-owner of the lodge, to drive the boat because he knows exactly where the channels are. Once we're off the channel, we rely on our fish finder. And when we come up, especially to rock outcrops, not only do we look at the fish finder, when we deploy the electric trolling motor, we keep our eyes open. Because in the West Arm, if there's wind or there's algae blooms, the surface of the water can have a green color. And it's tough to see any of the rocks that you're coming up to. All right. Oh, jumper. I'm guessing it's a smallmouth. What do you think,
I
Reagan?
think so. Based on the reaction, I would say smallmouth for sure, Italo.
If the fish is green and you start handling it, you know, with 1 or 2 or 3 trebles, not a good idea.
Yeah.
He's short and stubby, but you know what? He is chunky.
He's got some meat to him for sure. He's eating well.
Good. I'm glad most people in the lake keep the walleye and release the bass because they are such great sport. Look at you, beautiful thing here. You're gonna go bye-bye. Man, I don't know, like, this fish feels kind of heavy. I don't think it's that big.
Yeah. Off the broken rock again.
Off the broken rock with that
Yeah.
swim bait. And look,
Is
it's
he
right
ready
in
to
the
go?
side of the
I think
mouth.
he's ready to go.
Hopefully he won't, yeah. Look at you. This is amazing fishing. You know, if you can catch fish even in windy weather and catch good-sized smallmouth all day long, you know you've got a good fishing location.
That's pretty typical size for up here. You know, beautiful fish.
Look at the belly. Man, that's what gets me.
They're nice fat fish.
They're beautiful. Okay, look, I'm going to open the stage for you so you can release them.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank
just
you,
take your
Italo.
time. Don't
Okay.
fall in. The first step is the deepest.
It's pretty windy out here, so I'll try not to, but I'll do my
good.
best.
Keep your balance. I know you had lots of practice.
Oh,
And I
here we
got a
go.
feeling he's going to go. He's not going to take long.
No, we're just gonna. Oh,
Guess
he's
what?
gone.
He wanted to go.
He's gone.
Now, you know, one of the best presentations that I would suggest, and really, it's not my idea, it was his idea, when I said, you know, what are you getting the smallies on? He said, Italo, we're casting to all these special spots, some in the reeds, some are along these rock islands and rock humps, and we're using swim baits. I said, well, what kind of swim baits? You know, I want to get, like, the scoop on it. He said, well, they're about 3 to 4 inches long, depends on where, and, you know, jig head, depending if there's windy or if it's deeper, different size jig head. But that's what's been working for us. That's a 1/4 ounce. This happens to be a pink jig head, and this is that swimming ribster, it's called, because of all those little ribs you can see. In that little action tail, it's that action tail that really goes back and forth. Maskinonje Lodge is a true 4-season resort. You can come up from the spring right through the following spring. Fish all the open water season, and you can also ice fish. They have an amazing facility. I like that they're pet friendly. When I bring my dogs up, it's like they're on summer vacation. I open the door in the morning, they're out running around. They have other dog friends that they meet here. They fish in the boat all day with me. It's perfect for the whole family. They've got a nice beach when you can step right out of the cottages and a lot of access to wonderful warm water. The thing that I like the most is that this area of Lake Nipissing is very protected. Doesn't matter how strong the winds are, how bad the weather gets, you can always find a place to find fish and also to catch fish. Reagan and Goldie, I'm amazed. I've been coming up 3 years. How many loyal customers you have, and the people that I've talked to, because I like to socialize and ask them how the fishing's been, how they like the place, they're all so happy. Like, what's the key? Like, how do you keep the people that come up so happy?
Well, it hasn't happened overnight, Italo. You've been coming up for 3 years, as you know. So we took over 4 years ago, and since taking over 4 years ago, we really put a lot of work into the place. We redid all of the docks, all brand new boats, brand new decks, brand new cottage interiors, floors. The list goes on and on.
Yes! Okay. You know, it's amazing that the wind actually turns these guys on.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Not so comfortable for us, you know, trying to concentrate on casting, especially when you get that vegetation on top.
It's almost hard to spot lock here. The wind's so high.
Yep. Come on, I'm gonna work him slowly on this side. I'm just amazed at how many rocky areas there are in this part of Lake Nipissing. I think they should call it a separate lake.
It almost is separate from Nipissing, yeah.
Look, that's what smallmouths are known for, right? Jumping like that?
I believe so.
Beautiful fish.
All right, is he ready to go?
Yep. I think it's gonna be a solid 4.5, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, nice fish.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he just smacked it. Look at healthy smallmouth. You know, look at that. That is a nice chunky fish. I'm just amazed at all the places to fish. Now,
it's almost overwhelming.
I feel bad for someone that would come in here without a chart. Talk about dangerous.
Oh, this area, you definitely need your GPS for sure.
I think Pink is in. What do you think?
Hey, Pink works.
Pink jighead.
Whatever works.
With a goby-colored, you know, swimming ribster. And look, it hooked just slightly in the side. Perfect. I like that. It's all in the shake, right? That's what I say.
Yep, beautiful.
Gorgeous smallmouth. Look, the smallmouth flag. Look at that tail flapping. Is it windy? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm gonna hand you the rod.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I'm gonna hold him very carefully because he's got a ton of energy and he's gonna be gone. There he goes.
Canadian Sport Fishing has been brought to you in part by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Yamaha, conquer outdoors. Dickies, quality workwear since 1922. Blue Cam, a cleaner running engine for a cleaner environment.
Yes. I love topwater hits. Did I tell you that, Reagan?
That's awesome.
Look at him go. Oh, he got off.
He's off.
Good release. You know, I've got razor sharp hooks. I let him take, he came up, he hit it so lightly, he just took the top water down. There was no boil. 2 twitches, then he hit it again.